Connecticut's #1 local news. This is Channel 3 Eyewitness News.
It is 7 o'clock on your Monday morning, and we start you off with the weather. Parts of the state are waking up with a fresh coating of snow as we take a live look from our iCam right over Torrington. Good morning, everyone. Thanks for joining us on this January 4th, 2021. I'm Nicole Nalepa. For a first check on the forecast, let's send it right over to meteorologist Scot Haney, who's been tracking the very latest for us in the early morning forecast center. Good morning, Scott.
Hey, Nicole. Hi, everybody. Good morning. 7 o'clock straight up on this January 4th. Welcome to the new year, the new work week, the new school week. We are looking at some pretty good conditions out there. There might be some slick spots from overnight snow. We picked up anywhere from 1 to 2 to 3.5 inches of snow in parts of northern Connecticut. And as you can see, we got a couple of flakes out there for you this morning, but nothing too incredibly intense out there on our Channel 3 early warning dual pole radar, the only live Doppler radar in Connecticut. All right, so we had a little snow in northern Connecticut. There was very little along the shoreline. Beautiful skyline in Waterbury this morning. Look at that. The winds are out of the north-northeast at about 12 miles an hour. That'll make that 29 feel a little bit cooler. And the roads, again, they're damp and they could be a little slick, especially secondary and tertiary roads. Look at that beautiful skyline in New Haven. Absolutely gorgeous this morning. 33 degrees, that's pretty good. The typical overnight low is 18, so we're doing a little bit better than that. Visibility up in northern Connecticut, where there are still some snowflakes flying around, 3 miles at Bradley, 2.5 at Brainerd, but everybody else is doing pretty good out there with 10 miles of visibility. Danbury, you're at 2.5 as well, due to maybe a little bit of fog out there. But we are expecting a mixture of sun and clouds as we move through the day today. You'll notice the temperatures topping out around 40 degrees for inland Connecticut, maybe even 41. And that's about 5 to 6 degrees above average under partly sunny skies and then partly to mostly clear skies tonight. Shoreline temperatures will be in the low 40s with partly to mostly sunny skies. Looks beautiful, right? It looks like a pretty good day of weather, so we're going to have a little melting out there. All right, temperatures out there right now, 29 in Salisbury, Torrington, Waterbury. The cool spot is 27 in Danbury. The warm spot, we've got a three-way tie going on between Bridgeport, New Haven, and in Groton, all coming in at 33 degrees. Now, there is a bit of a breeze out of the north. You'll notice it, especially along the shoreline, 10 to 14 miles an hour, and that's going to make it feel a little bit colder, like it's 19 in Waterbury, low 20s along the shoreline. So just remember, it's a little bit on the chilly side. You're going to need your winter coat this morning. And a quiet week ahead. We're talking about some real quiet weather. There's the snow, there's the rain, it's out to sea. Just a couple of bands of some light snow passing through the state right now, but they're on their way out. And that storm system you're looking at to the east of Connecticut is going to park itself up to the north and east of us. That'll provide us with some breezy, windy conditions through the week. But that's about it. No precipitation is expected, which is good news. So you'll see the nation is fairly quiet at this point. And that bodes well for a pretty good looking forecast. So we'll take you right now out to Futurecast. It's tomorrow's weather today, showing us an hour-by-hour depiction of improving conditions as we move through the day today. Not a lot going on tonight or tomorrow. Daytime highs today in the upper 30s, low 40s. And then your 7-day forecast includes nice and quiet weather with fairly comfortable temperatures. So get out there and enjoy. Looks like a nice quiet week of weather ahead. Nicole, we'll send it back to you.
All right, thanks, Scott. We're following some breaking news in New Haven where we've learned that a woman has died after an overnight fire. Now, this happened at a multifamily home on Saltonstall Avenue. We do know that firefighters were able to rescue 3 other people from inside the burning building. New Haven's fire chief says this kind of loss never gets easier, though.
Every situation is unique, and we're in the life-saving business, not the life-losing business. So we're definitely working with our firefighters and the family right now.
About 20 people were displaced by this fire, and investigators say it is too early to know what exactly started it. This morning, we're tracking the COVID-19 vaccine here in Connecticut as Hartford Healthcare gets ready to administer the second dose of the Pfizer vaccine to frontline healthcare workers. You'll remember 15 hospital employees were some of the first in the nation to receive the vaccine just 3 weeks ago. And now they'll be getting their final dose of the vaccine later on this morning. And this comes as the federal government faces questions about the slow rollout of the vaccine. The Trump administration promised 20 million doses would be given by the end of 2020. But the CDC says about 4 million people have been inoculated. Former FDA Commissioner Scott says that's not fast enough.
We were hoping that we'd have more injections in people's arms at this point, and the vaccine could be starting to have an impact on the trajectory of the epidemic.
Governor Ned Lamont says the percentage of doses Connecticut has received and administered is twice the national average. Across the country, confirmed cases of the coronavirus have surged past 20 million, and more than 351,000 people have now died. There is concern the holiday gatherings are about to cause another spike in cases. The Connecticut Education Association is calling on school superintendents to pause in-person learning until the middle of the month. Leaders say they're concerned about the teachers and students returning to the classroom today before a surge in cases from the holidays is over. The CEA is also calling on the state to mandate COVID-19 testing of random asymptomatic individuals. And more breaking news from overnight. Britain just began vaccinating people with the new coronavirus vaccine that was developed by Oxford University and AstraZeneca. An 82-year-old retired maintenance manager received the first shot today. The vaccine will be delivered to a small number of hospitals in the first few days before the supplies are sent to hundreds of doctors' offices later in the week. And new this morning, for over 35 years, Hartford has celebrated the Three Kings Day by hosting a big parade. But that event will not be taking place this week. Organizers have decided to cancel it due to the pandemic. And they say they want to follow the CDC's recommendations on social distancing and to avoid large gatherings. A state trooper is recovering this morning after being involved in a crash in his cruiser right near Jewett City. The investigators say that the trooper was trying to stop a car and the driver that was accused of taking off from a crash in Lisbon when the suspect crashed his car right into the trooper's cruiser. The trooper was taken to the hospital and is expected to recover. 31-year-old Joshua Young of Norwich was arrested a short time later. Thank you so much for tuning in to Eyewitness News on this Monday. Remember, you can get news and weather updates anytime on the Channel 3 app. Have a great first day back to school and work, everyone, and stay healthy and stay positive.
Thanks for watching Channel 3 Eyewitness News. Watch us live wherever you are on our website, our mobile, and our streaming news app. You can also watch us on Roku, Apple TV, and Fire TV.